Good morning. Today's Tuesday, December 20th, and it is Vlogmas Day 13. I'm running late, and as my car warms up, I'm going to be doing my makeup. I love this stuff. This is what I just put on my face. Okay, that was a lot of blush. But the other cheeks gotta match. Shoot, people are coming out. Oh no. In under 4 minutes. I look somewhat decent, I hope. I had a beauty channel. I think the last post was 2 years ago, maybe less. I used to do makeup videos, and there was one video that I remember. It was a 5-minute makeup challenge, and I actually did it in under 5 minutes. When I'm running late while my car warms up, I always do my makeup because I know I can do like a full face look in under 5 minutes. My windshield looks pretty decent now, so I'm gonna head out. You know that feeling when you want to conquer your time and plan and prepare, and you're ready? You have specials, you have lunch break, but then a kid acts up and you have to keep them in for recess and give them a talking to. Yeah, that happened today. I'm gonna check in on my teammate. Hi, Sherry. I lost about 20 minutes of my planning time. I was talking to him, we were making a phone call to his parents, and then I just had him put his head down. I let him out for the last 10 minutes. This morning, I was off to a late start. This always happens. Every time I wake up earlier, I end up coming late to work because I guess when I wake up earlier, I have more time, so I kind of take my time. Well, I was ironing this shirt that I'm wearing, and I was just taking my sweet time, and by the time I checked the clock, it was time to go. And so I ended up getting on the road really late, so I got to the staff meeting 10 minutes late, which is the first meeting that I was late to this year. And you know, you do the walk of shame, you go in and everyone is staring at you. So I know in yesterday's vlog, I mentioned a question formulation technique that I used with my students. I am no expert in this. A strategy that was given to us during our professional learning time a few weeks back, and we use the model, coach, apply strategy. So they model it for us, they coach us through it. We get to leave the meetings with something. So they gave us the steps and they gave us a capture sheet to take notes. So I was able to use that, and it was the first time I had done it. The quality of the questions wasn't that great, and I feel like because I did it as my intro to the lesson, I didn't get a lot of vocabulary, and I didn't see as much vocabulary as I would have wanted, and the questions weren't as deep. But then again, it was our first time doing the strategy, so it's supposed to promote students learning how to ask critical thinking questions. So one of my viewers asked me to show which model it was our responsibility to implement it and to try it and come back to the next professional learning meeting with some information on how it went and how it worked. So I'm going to show you the model that I used with the students. I showed them this model. I wanted to introduce the new lesson, which was to multiply side lengths to determine the area of rectangles. So this was an intro to the activity. So I didn't give them any background knowledge. I didn't tell them, you know, remember when we did rows and columns? It was just really cold. That next time I'll know that maybe I can do it after the first lesson, so that way there's a little bit more vocabulary. You'll notice that the quality of the questions, they aren't that deep, but granted, that's what the lesson is for. It's to help them learn how to ask critical thinking questions. But you'll notice that there's a lack of vocabulary. For instance, this one asks, is there something important behind the black thing? This is the black thing they were referring to. I'm sorry I'm not going into too many details. It's a resource that I would be more than happy to share with you. I can personally email it to you. I definitely want to run it by my staff development teacher first. The way she shared it with us was amazing. It made sense, and it made me want to implement it. I think it's a good strategy for all students and really engages everyone. It gets everyone involved and talking, so definitely try it out. This afternoon is going to be pretty short. We're going to have a winter concert. I love that time of the year because the kids get together and they sing holiday songs. It's the end of the day, all the kids are gone, and I'm getting ready to go. So I wanted to show you what I did today. I completely forgot that I purchased this at Target a few weeks back. It's this cute little envelope. It's a felt envelope, and I wanted the kids to write letters to Santa. Now, before you do an activity like this, you want to make sure that you have permission, especially if they're students of different religions. So, anyways, I got permission and I continued with the writing of the letter. And it was funny because at the beginning, a lot of the kids were like, Santa isn't real. And, you know, they were trying to persuade everyone else that Santa wasn't real. But I decided to take a different route. And I said, you know, there's this big old jolly guy during this time of the year who's really busy and checking to see who's been naughty or nice. I was like, well, the other day he sent me an envelope in the mail and he asked me if I can get you guys to write letters to him. I took this envelope out of one of those like manila envelopes, like those big envelopes, and it was so realistic. Like all of them were shocked. There was one who would not cave, and he didn't like express his opinion out loud, but in his letter he said, even though I don't believe in you, it's okay if you don't get me presents. All I really want is to be with my family. So I thought that was the sweetest thing. The other ones caved in, the ones who were like, Santa isn't real. They were so hooked, and their letters are so heartwarming, and I'm gonna go ahead and send them out. I told them that I would be sending the letters to Santa Claus tomorrow. This is as creative as it's gonna get. It says, the starting point of all achievement is desire. We had a pretty eventful afternoon. We had an assembly, we had our winter concert, and that's always a good time. What I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go ahead, pack up my things, and get ready to go because it's been a long day and I have some major traffic ahead of me. So the Christmas movie quote of the day is going to be The Little Drummer Boy. I think that that movie is so sweet, and it just reminds me of my childhood. I just remember going to church before Christmas and watching that movie